Great. Good morning, everybody. And we have a specific project today to make ourselves visible and satisfied. And if you think it's not possible in 30 minutes of our broadcast, do not be mistaken. You are in a field of two powerful masters, alchemists from the group 7. And if you don't know what group you belong to, take your date of birth and the first number, the day of your birth, bring it to the single digit, and you will know you belong to group 1 through 9. And today we're going to look into how to be visible and recognized through your personal energetic field and the potential that it can give you.
Yeah, and we live with you guys in incredible time right now, using like technology. Of course, we can be known like around the world very, very fast. And of course, it will depend completely on you if you really want it. And I know a lot of people that I really want to be known like worldwide, but I don't know what to do. And even if I do anything in my life, I can be visible the way I really want. And that's why stay with us for the next 30 minutes and we'll be glad to share with you some very important information that can change completely understanding what you really need to do, particularly today. And look at this incredible, great poster.
This is about us. This poster is about us. We come from mother's and father's cell. This is that, nothing, almost nothing. And in this moment, the life could be erased and disappeared, or it can take a ground and start developing. And what's being developed is not your mother or your father. You are a pinnacle of that creation. And both of them are the pinnacle of creation of their lineage. So together, they bring into this union of the cells all that your lineages experienced. And now you are a little baby in the cocoon. And from this cocoon, you have to grow into the fully developed, powerful, colorful butterfly. But very often, what I see with my clients, I'm sure you do too, you see people that come to the session, to the group session or personal session, and they're still in this cocoon, as if the life never grounded itself, as if the life never came out from that baby blanket. And when you talk to people like that, they always are looking for the most important need to satisfy, the need of stability. I know I am safe. I know I'm always taken care of. And this is my mother or my father. And then we marry our mother or father. Then we go to the work and we find the boss. And we want this boss to be our mother or the father. Or we become that. We become the mother and the father to others. And we always see this little baby who is self-erasing all the potential that is there because it's all covered. And the emanation of your natural magnetism is not coming through. So today we're gonna talk about what does it take. And the first thing that it takes is for you to take a root in the system of our life, usually is activated by the crisis. But we're sharing the knowledge that can give you the pathway from the cocoon to the fully developed butterfly that everybody sees and goes, wow, that is amazing. We are giving you the pathway. So take your date of birth and listen carefully to how this storytelling about you unfolds.
Yeah, and of course it's related also with your any progress of your life. Yeah, from the birth, from the day 1 up to the age of 14, the most important period in our life when we build our foundation. And of course, as a parent, we really need to help our kids to build this foundation for them. Yeah, because it's very important, because at the age of 14th, they really want to be by themselves through this adult life. And if we see this on this poster as a cocoon, we go through education process. We go to the 11-year like a school cycle after like 5, 6 years universities, master degrees, any kind of scientific degrees, and we really want to be visible and careful and very, very nice presented in this world as this butterfly on this poster. And it takes time. It takes time to work on ourselves. It takes time to build our competences. And in our date of birth, you have this all information. And of course, we start with the first date. It's our day of birth, yeah? And as just Svetlana explained, we need to calculate, we have to add up all. If you have 2 digits numbers in your day of birth, it's gonna give 1 from 9, like group the number. And it's very important because this is the type of our thinking, what we really think about, particularly about these things. And with Svetlana, we're in group 7. And of course, we have the same type of thinking, intuitive type of thinking. And if we want to unlock our potential, we really need to pay attention on it. Because working every day with your competences will bring you through all this kind of process.
And you know that this group 7 is also responsible for sharing with the whole humanity universal laws that come through us as a understanding, as consciousness, and how to have energy for action. My first website that I've ever created was Energy for Action. I still have it as a brochure online. It's a huge website with many videos and explanations, but it started right there because group 7 feels the energy running through their body. And sometimes it never comes up and creates ideas. Sometimes it just always feels like unsettled energy. And many people complain that they experience restless leg syndrome. And that is exactly that. When the energy, Kundalini energy, the energy of creation, the energy of procreation, when it sits at the bottom of your body, you always want to move, but you're not clear where. So you're moving in 100 different directions, exhausting yourself, losing the energy, which you need for healthy body and healthy mind. Your body could be healthy, but if your mind is not healthy, it creates unhealthy habits. So this cocoon is a safe place for you to be, but people don't see you and you don't see the world. And so it's the same thing with the business. Sometimes business is invisible, especially these days when we have to go online and show the world what we're about. Why? Because you never talk about what you are, who you are, what you have to offer. And if nobody knows, nobody is asking you. So to sell something is to give a service. But most of us shy away from it. Why? Because a lot of us come from the different era when we didn't talk about our talents, and a lot of us come from the countries in which it's considered rude and impolite to talk about yourself. But the butterfly develops, comes out into the world, and first what happens is the relationship. How am I going to be a butterfly if next to me is the elephant that steps on me? How can I be a butterfly if there is a bird that is about to eat me? So we are always in relationship to the world. And to balance this relationship is only possible when you let go of the idea that you owe something to somebody. A lot of times, again, happens in a business or in a personal life, I feel guilty. If I have more than others, if I have less than others, I feel ashamed. I am responsible for somebody's well-being, for example, children or parents, or my husband is having a panic attack. It's my fault. I did something. I say something. Or I did something which I cannot say because if I say it, he, she, they will not be happy with me or they will be very angry with me. And that is scary. So you see this butterfly on a second cocoon, she's trying to break it out. And as she's coming from the cocoon, that shape of her body is cocoon shape. And from this cocoon shape, she gets from one world to another, and that's the time to spread the wings. And I didn't know about that. I just recently discovered, because a friend of mine is very fond of monarch butterfly. I believe this is monarch. And they need 4 generations to reproduce. So, because butterflies don't live that long, 4 generations. But one of the generations lives 4 to 6 months. By the time they get where they need to reproduce, they're flying, they're not eating, they're doing their thing, they're going to their goal. But some of them live just a week. And so what happens when you have this spread of time that is very short or very long, of course you have more possibilities. But that spreading of the wing, if it doesn't happen in that moment when you're in relationship with the world, when you're out of the mother's womb, when you're out of the parents' care and into daycare, when you're out of the school, high school and into the college, all of those moments is coming from cocoon again and again and again. And every time your body is already having the shape, the previous shape, the habits, and now you have to spread it. So what the butterfly does, and it's amazing, and I want you to listen carefully, it hangs on the cocoon. Separation is still impossible. Her tummy, stomach, the body part, the stomach, is up, and the wings are down, and they're like this. And then the liquid, the hydraulics that is in her stomach, starts dripping into the wings, and they start hydraulically expand. So from the dryness, from the contraction into that expansion, she takes everything that she has in her stomach. So think about caterpillar. Caterpillar eats, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. And until she eats the whole bush, she's not going into cocoon. So a friend of mine with the monarch love, she actually plants milkweed for them, for the butterflies. So this is like our life is, we come in, our parents feed us, feed us, feed us, feed us. So we grow belly, 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 belly. But then it's so comfortable, we don't want to spread our wings. And then we continue eating, and it's never a fulfillment, because you need to be out and about in order to feel visible and fulfilled. If it's only what you get, it's not enough. You still need to give. That balance has to happen. And these wings have to spread. And it only can spread when you trust yourself and also trust the environment, the people you're with. And every time you get into the next environment, or the next business, or the next relationship, that happens again and again and again. So for you, the question is, are you balanced in your relationships? Can you spread your wings, or you don't have enough space for it? Because that very often happens to business people. I have this business, but I don't have a scale. I didn't scale it. How can I scale it? You have to give it a space. So how does it work? I know you have a client who just discussed some methodology of the work with clients like that.
It's just incredible explanation, Svetlana. And I was thinking about this, how we can go through the business process regarding this poster. And it's always like this, because when the business owners, they come and ask questions, I really want to scale up. And I have like money, I have everything, but I don't know why it's not happening right now. And of course, we take like date of birth and we see it and we analyze it completely, because the first thing is analyze, become aware, and transform. You have to become aware about your date of birth and how it influences your behavior, your way of thoughts every second. Because this process going from cocoon to the incredible nice butterfly with your business, everything related. Yeah, because at the beginning, you have a big goal, you have a big dream. Wow, I really want to change this world. I have everything. I have an incredible idea, and I have even results. But how to go from one sale to the 1,000 sale, how to go from 1,000 sales to the millions of sales. You have to have this kind of energy and the power to go through all this kind of transformational process, because all kind of real transformation begins with awareness. you really need to be aware why you're not growing. And every time we really want to get, okay, I want to raise my ceiling of income up to the million. Am I ready? Oh, yes, I'm ready. But not happening anything here. Why? Because you don't have a foundation. And that's why here, as a Kanku, here you can see the foundation, and it takes time, it takes like efforts and takes energy. And of course, like nobody helps them to this kind of butterflies to go from one stage to others. This is the natural stuff. But we, as a human being, we can see these kind of examples around us in any like kind of fields. And I have incredible examples also with the snake or with the tigers, with the cats. We're gonna go next time about this. But looking at this poster, it's just incredible where you're right now. What kind of relationship you have to build, because all kind of opportunities they come from other people. And in order to balance this kind of relationship, it's gonna help you to grow not once, couple, thousand times to grow in order to have this kind of wings. And you just, Svetlana, explained this process, how it comes from this kind of body part to the wings and how it's like affects the fly. And of course, we're talking about 1 week life, couple months life, yeah? But for them, this is a period. And of course, we have this kind of time limit here on this earth. This is like reality. And that's why we have to pay attention every second at what kind of process I am right now, and I what really need to do in order to grow.
And most importantly, what you've created so far, because we always look forward and we see insufficiencies, or we cannot do it, or we don't know how to do it. But what you already created, this is your belly full of food that life already gave you. This is what allows your wings to spread. And so the more of that experience, the more of the food of life you are bringing into your wings, the more of the experience you are incorporating, the bigger your territory, and therefore your scale happens naturally. But very often people come and complain, no matter what I do everything, I do so much, and I never get a credit for it. And how come I never get a credit for it? Somebody else is always taking credit for it. And it comes back to this first cocoon stage. If your parents kept you shy, don't talk about it, don't talk about that. If your teachers kept you shy, you are not explaining, and furthermore, you are not understanding who you are. And for that, we have all the numbers in your birthday, the day, month, and year. Every digit in it, every number in it is an energy that supports you in certain things. And that energy is reflected in the ancient traditions. For example, yogic traditions, you see different chakras. In our system that we work with, there are 9 centers. They are corresponding with the 9 roles we play. They're also corresponding to how each energy unfolds within the 9-year cycle. Everything is connected. As above, so below. The butterfly and the human being is one and the same. We look differently, but we go through the same processes. And the process of rising the energy is the ability to connect to the energy within each of these energetic centers. And you're probably most familiar with the solar plexus, because that's where all the nervous system intersections happen. And this is where you experience pain if you overeat. If you're taking too much food, or it's not a good food, you experience the fire. Digestive fire starts burning you from within. But the same fire gives you an opportunity to be on fire, to be inspired, to live with spirit. And to give yourself a credit starts there. I need to understand, what are my centers doing? What are the how am I creating my reality? And I create reality with energy. And if all my energy sits at the bottom, all I care about is survival. Of course, I'm going to sit in my blanket. I even see sometimes when I travel a lot and I see adults, some sort of blanket or some sort of a little pillow, and they go with that. It's not in their backpack. They go with that. and the culture supports it. We have pillars with all kinds of animals on it. It's amazing, in America especially. But this is connected to this first stage, cocoon stage. And then our job is to see these numbers in our birth date and understand the energy behind this number is the energy I can use every day, especially when in my calendar, personal and business calendar cycle, this energy is amplified because I have it. The day has it. Maybe my business has it. And that's the day when I can create safety without extra effort, for example, with the number 9, for example. And as you understand your competency, you can also develop it because that's what you already have. You can make it better, bigger, you can scale it. And then you can share with other people because you have confidence. It's not, I'm fishing and I'm thinking and maybe it's there, maybe it's not. It's a clear confirmation I have it. My body works this way. How can I use that energy? How I can create my reality based on this energy? And what are the moments in time that I can amplify it? Because double dates, double digits, the same repetitive number give you more energy. How do you use this energy and how you reflect that, because it's your potential in your finances, in your life, in your relationships.
Yeah, and today we're talking about how to unlock, how to unlock your potential and go through this process easier and faster. And for example, for my personal experience, I've been working with one business owner from Germany for 1 year already. And just yesterday, she got the greatest news. She even didn't expect for this. She got this kind of recognition on the government level, and she got this kind of sign, she's recognized. The
Award.
best awards, the best award in her field. She is working with the older population in Germany, and it was so nice to talk to her yesterday. She was so like energized, like, oh, Vasily, thank you so much for your help. Thank you so much because without you I couldn't do it. And you know, Vasily, I even called them and asked them, you didn't talk to me. How did you find out about us? And the lady from another end, she was like, "No, Victoria, we didn't need to talk to you. We were talking with your clients. That's why you got this kind of high ranked like recognition. And we invite you to go to Berlin and have this kind of ceremony over there and all this kind of stuff. This is the way when you go from cocoon to the greatest butterfly. And of course, you have incredible expertise. I'm pretty sure, guys, you all have incredible expertise. You have your date of birth. You have already energies. You have already information inside of you. But when you don't know about it, you cannot unlock. You cannot use it the way you have to do to use it in the best way. That's why to go through this process, it's not easy. It takes time, but with some help, with some help, we can go closer to you as possible with our shoulders to to hold you in the moments when you don't feel yourself very good, when you don't feel yourself very like, oh, I'm pretty sure, when you don't feel yourself brave enough to act. That's why going through this process as an expert with these incredible tools, we can help everybody without even going in details where you live right now, how old you are. We can help you to go this process. It takes like not a lot of time. I have incredible results with some people who were like really ready and open to go through this transformation process, and it took for some of them a couple of weeks. They started working with the body. They understood that body, this is the first part that we have to start to work on it. They started working on the energies and also started like working on the building the relationship. Because I really want to repeat all kind of opportunities, they come from other people. And that's why when we go through this process step by step with our methodology, that Svetlana just opened like a little bit, just a small window, just like this, guys. You cannot imagine how wide is there the information and the energy. Because number 7, this is the universal law. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
And that's why transformational process, this is the most important time in our life. And you cannot avoid it. But at the same time, you don't need to be afraid of.
Right. And you see on top of this poster is analyze, become aware, transform. It starts with analysis. And I love analysis. It's part of my absolute happiness formula. And each of us have the formula, how to gain success, how to be happy, and how to align with other people. Because what happens when we are in the wrong relationship, we are shrinking, we become smaller, we crawl back into cocoon where it's safe to be unseen. And if it's safe to be unseen, nobody really knows what to look for, what to see. Yeah. And if you do not believe in yourself, how can you expect other people believe in you? So that very old habitual shame. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe my thing is not good enough. Maybe what I say is not good enough. Maybe I make a mistake. Those are the patterns from the very early memories of the body. And we are unconscious about it. Becoming aware on your own, extremely long and sometimes unsuccessful process, because we don't see ourselves. Other people know our behavior patterns. We are unaware of that. Some people see you in cocoon and know that you are never coming out, and they try to push you out, and you get upset. Other people leave you be, figure out on your own, and you get upset because they don't help me, they don't push me. Some people see your potential and they pull you, and you get upset because it's way too much. Because we all experience all kinds of traumas, starting from the moment of conception in your mom's body, and then throughout the pregnancy, and then through the birth channels. Body accumulates the information. That's why Vasili is talking about body is everything. If you raise your energy, if you move enough, if you take care of your body, when you eat something that helps you spring your wings, then the trauma is still hidden, but it doesn't overtake you. If you are not taking care of your body, trauma overtakes you. But it doesn't go away, because those are the state-based decisions made while you were not conscious. You could not be aware, because you were 1 cell, 2 cell, 3 cell organism. And then as you start becoming, spreading your wings, once you're a full butterfly, you function as a business owner, you build a great business, and all of a sudden, something triggers you, and you go back to the cocoon. And you didn't notice that now you're acting from 1-year-old child state or 3-year-old child state. But everybody around you noticed that. And so we all have the masks. We put the mask. If parents didn't care for us, or we were the wrong gender or not on the right time, we put the mask of the runner. We run away from our success, from great potential and everything else. If parents were busy, we feel that they left us alone. We constantly wear the mask of codependency. Love me, I cannot live without you. If parents told you you're not good enough, which where I lived, that was a normal spank you and all of that, you have masochistic qualities. You don't know about that, but you punish yourself again and again and again and again. And even the way you dress sometimes to punish yourself. Like, see, I'm here. But the way you show yourself is not an optimal way for you. Those are masochistic qualities when you want to be unseen or you want to be shamed. Unfortunately, we all have it. And if somebody betray you, which again, first love, I had it in 6 years in the kindergarten. And then the parents took him to the next different school. So I lost that betrayal big time. And my parents connected to his parents because we were so in love at 6. They had a conversation about it. And I'm 7. This is charisma that happens even at 6. But for me, they took him to the different school. It was a huge betrayal. And you become a controller. You control your life so nobody disappears. And if you, for example, experience that people are not truthful toward you, or they do things that are not proper, or how to explain it? If you are not feeling that life is just, if you experience injustice, you become so closed, you never come out from cocoon. You are cold and closed toward the world. So those patterns are classical psychological patterns. What we're talking about, non-classical way to come out from the emotional shutdown, to speak at the meeting, to be present, to build yourself up from within yourself, to use the content of energies in your body expressed through your birthday, so you could be that big, expanded, wonderful butterfly instead of complaining and shaming yourself and others. So if you wanna be really aware, personal work is the way to go.
Yes, 100%. And I've been involved like in personal development since 33, and it's just incredible time. I have like a lot of classical like educational degrees, but what I've experienced through this kind of personal development is something completely different. And of course, guys, if you really want to be recognized, it doesn't matter how wide. It will start with your expertise and with your energy. And we have to start seeing you somewhere. That's why we invite you to ask questions. If you really need some like support, we're open to help you through all the process, because to build the foundation, it takes time. But with the right experts, you can build the great foundation very, very fast that will help you up to the end to stay and perform in the best way. Stay with us, guys.
Yes, and I want to leave you with one question. When are you going to start seeing yourself? Not waiting for everybody else. When are you going to start recognizing who you are and what you bring to the world? And what would you do if you believed that you matter, that you is the most important thing in your life and your universe, from which the butterfly is getting this power to fly into the world?
Yeah.
So if you matter to yourself, you will matter to the world. And with that, I want to leave you. Contemplate and then create one action that supports you in seeing you.
See you next time.